best. Are you going to fight Teofimo Lopez? He's literally the best at 140.
Okay.
Bar none. Or are you going to go after something else?
Shakur, and I'm telling you, I watched Shakur. First time I ever watched him spar. I went to the gym, and I told him I was going to come up and watch him spar. First time seeing him work. And I get it. It's just sparring. I get it.
Yeah.
He got in the ring with a mover that likes to use speed. I'm not joking with y'all. For some reason, the kid stops moving and stopped using his speed. I'm like, damn, like he just turned off everything that kid does. Like, damn. The next guy that gets in the ring with him is this come forward, this what's the kid he's fighting?
Like pressure punch or
yeah, Zepeda. This Zepeda kind of guy. I'm like, okay, let's see how he handles this guy. I saw he stops that guy from doing everything that he does. And it happened in like less than a minute. My point is, and we've seen this from Floyd Mayweather, some fighters have the ability to just simply stop you from doing what you do. And I'm not saying that Shakur is Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
But we've seen it before in Floyd. He has a lot of similarities to Floyd. He looked up to Floyd, and the list goes on. I saw that in the gym. So I'm a firm believer that he's gonna be able to do that to Zepeda. Just completely turn off what Zepeda does. Zepeda's job to not allow him to do that. Easier said than done. I think one thing about Zepeda that you can't say about the guys that I saw Floyd fight later on in his career, Zepeda's young. Zepeda's hungry.
The thing that surprised me about Shakur, he's strong. I think if anything, I mean, we're all strong, but and you guys might not like this, but I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. The thing we know about Terrence Crawford, when he gets in the ring, he's so strong here. There's nothing you can convince him that he can't do. And I felt like I was getting that same sort of mentality from Shakur. I'm wrestling with Shakur. I'm locking down Shakur. And Shakur, I would think if I was Shakur, I would have been slipping out of it and getting back on my speed. He's trying to go toe to toe with me and outmaneuver me and pick me up and things like that. I'm like, okay, this kid got some strength, but more than the physical strength is the mental strength. He saw that I had sparred with Amado Vargas, and he's like, send me a picture of the post. And he's like, yo, I see you back in the ring. Can I get some rounds? It would be an honor. And I was like, all right, cool. I did 5 or 6 rounds with that young man, and it was tough near the end. He fights with a slower pace, so it's easier to manage, the energy and things of that nature through the course of the 5 or 6 rounds that we did. And he asked me to go one more with him. And the coach that was in my corner was like, he's like, you ain't going another one, is you? And I was like, I didn't answer him. So like, he knew, like, I'm struggling, He said, you ain't got to do it, champ. You don't need to go one more. And I was like, I got to do it. He said, I wouldn't go one more. I was like, I got to, And so we pushed out one more round, but man, it was good. And, my main thing was Shakur, just like we're getting in the ring with Conor Ben over here. I want to see how fast. I want to see your eyes. I want to see how much you're actually thinking and calculating. I want to see your rhythm. It's one thing to see it on TV or to see it in the gym, but for me to get in the ring and feel it and have to think against it myself, I get a good gauge of how good you actually are. And Shakur is everything that we've seen him be. And so it's Conor Ben. Shout out to Conor Ben. I came over here. This kid is more athletic than I knew he was. He's faster than I knew he was. And, he
told you he was athletic on the show, Sean. Come on.
Say again?
I told you he was athletic on the show, Sean.
You talking about Conor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
There it is.
Trying to give the man his first loss. I'll let somebody else handle that.
There you go. All right. That's what it's about.
You ain't want to give him his first loss?
Nah, yeah. I ain't trying to deal with that. I've seen Shakur lose in the amateurs back because we all from that class.
Yeah.
And it ain't a good look, man. There was this one time, especially here in Vegas, National Golden Gloves, like 2015. Same year, me and Jerron Ennis Boots won. And Shakur, man, he lost it. He lost it, man. He lost to Ruben Villa, and then he wanted to go up to one of the, I think he did, wanted to the top, to the rooftop of the hotel, and he wanted to jump off. Yeah.
Wow.
I ain't trying to have actual blood on my hands.
Yeah.
I like the way you
I didn't know he was going to.
Are you gonna fight Teofimo Lopez? He's literally the best at 140,
Okay.
bar none. Or are you gonna go after something else?
Can you give me what I asked for, Sean? Sean, come here. You knew exactly what we've been working on all your life, and to do what you're supposed to do.
Hey,
okay, come here.
you gotta go.
You know what that means?
Gotta go.
That
Gotta
means
throw
your
it hard.
mind is not on what it's supposed to be on. That's what that means. You can't bullshit. You give me what I asked you. You didn't give. What did I tell you before you left the door? Yes, that means your mind ain't where it's supposed to be, Sean. Or maybe it is. Maybe you just wanted me to stop around.
Nice. Step to your right, coach. That's it. Keep that right here. Good body. Good. Use that speed. You waited too long. Right hand. So, keep on moving. Keep on moving. Step to your right. Step right in. Step to your right, I told you.
What's good, YouTube family? It's your boy KB, back to get boxing is just due. And man, we got some more league sparring. At least it's new to me, league sparring to me, between, the 140-pound WBO champion Teofimo Lopez, aka the Takeover. And he was doing some sparring with Showtime Shawn Porter. And you can see Kenny Porter interrupts the sparring. He stops the sparring dead in the middle of it to kind of, scold Shawn Porter for not listening and not doing the things he told him to do. Teofimo seemingly was getting off in the sparring clip. And, Kenny Porter didn't like, what Shawn was doing in the ring. But y'all seen the series of clips, because y'all know over here I am the clip king. A multitude of different clips of, Shawn Porter talking about Shakur Stevenson and, what surprised him about Shakur. He spoke about his strength. And the reason I put those clips in the video is to kind of highlight him speaking about not only just Shakur, but Teofimo as well. Even with all the praise that he had for Shakur, even saying how difficult the sparring got with him and Shakur toward the end and how Shakur wanted an extra round. Even with all that being said, he said Teofimo Lopez is the best 140-pound fighter, bar none. And that's who Shakur Stevenson is going up against. So it's been interesting to see these different sparring clips getting leaked or, resurfacing, now that Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez got a fight scheduled for January 31st. They got a couple of, I'm pretty sure they got many similar or the same sparring partners. One, I did a recent video on Yordenis Ugas. They both sparred him and both had a really great deal of success against him. And now, we know they both sparred Shawn Porter, and, he gave his thoughts on both guys. The Teofimo Lopez clip was from years ago. I believe Teofimo was much younger than what he is now. But, he sparred Shakur more recently than Teofimo, but he still feels like Teofimo is the best 140-pound fighter in the world. So I can't wait to see this fight. The sparring was very interesting between Teo and Shawn. And to see his father, Kenny Porter, stop the sparring, like right in the middle of it to kind of scold Shawn Porter right on the spot. Very interesting dynamic. But, nonetheless, Shawn Porter had a very successful career. And he's been in there with everybody, whether it's in sparring or under them lights. The dude didn't duck any smoke whatsoever. And I like the fact that he continues to pay it forward, get in there and shake it out and try to help these young fighters in any way that he can help them. It's good to see, man, but I can't wait to see this fight between Teofimo and Shakur January 31st. These sparring clips just make me want to see the fight more and more. Shout out to Teofimo, very athletic, explosive guy, man. He said some very interesting things in that clip. You know, with the Cam and May show, he said, you know, he didn't want to be the guy to give Shakur his first L, but he said he seen him lose and Shakur wanted to end it all. And I know Shakur got that memory of an elephant. He gonna want to make him pay for those comments for sure. But that's my thoughts, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this, man. How did Teofimo look against, you know, Showtime Sean Porter? And what's y'all thoughts about Kenny Porter stopping the sparring in pure frustration? And as always, let me know if I gave boxing its just due, because that's what I do over here, Just Do Boxing. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.